They were six 20-somethings living in New York City. No real jobs, no real plan, just a really great couch at a coffee shop. And somehow, they changed television forever. Friends premiered on September 22, 1994, over 30 years ago. And what happened to the six people who made us laugh, cry, and stay up way too late on a Thursday night? Some became the biggest stars on the planet. One left us way too soon, and one quietly disappeared. So let's find out. Where are they now? Number 1. Jennifer Aniston, Rachel Green. Jennifer Aniston was just 25 years old when she walked onto that set for the first time. She played Rachel Green, a spoiled rich girl from Long Island who ran away from her own wedding, showed up at a coffee shop in Manhattan, and accidentally became the most talked about woman on television. Here is something most people do not know. In 1994, Jennifer had two offers on the table: a spot on Saturday Night Live or a brand new sitcom called Friends. She picked Friends, and history was made. Rachel started as a runaway bride who could not even make her own coffee. By the finale, she was a powerhouse fashion executive walking away from a dream job in Paris for love. Jennifer won an Emmy in 2002 for this role, and she more than earned it. But here is where the story gets incredible. After Friends ended in 2004, everyone wondered if Jennifer could survive without Rachel Green. The answer was absolutely yes. She became a genuine Hollywood movie star. Bruce Almighty, Marley and Me, We're the Millers, the murder mystery films on Netflix, and then The Morning Show on Apple TV+, where she earns $1.25 million per episode. Oh, and the royalties from Friends alone? She is reportedly pulling in around $20 million a year just from reruns. Today, at 57 years old, Jennifer Aniston has an estimated net worth of $320 million. She's one of the wealthiest actresses on the planet. Not bad for a girl whose dad thought she should have taken the SNL job. Number 2. Courteney Cox, Monica Geller. Here's a fun little piece of trivia for you. Courteney Cox was originally asked to audition for Rachel. She said no, she wanted Monica, and thank goodness she fought for that role. Courteney was 30 years old when she stepped into Monica Geller's perfectly organized apartment. Monica was Ross's younger sister, a competitive, slightly obsessive, incredibly loyal chef who needed everything done her way. And Courteney played every single bit of that neurotic energy to perfection. Monica's proposal to Chandler, her screaming rivalry with Ross at trivia night, the way she could turn a dinner party into a military operation, these moments became iconic, and it was Courteney who made them feel completely real. Interestingly, she's the only main cast member who never received an Emmy nomination for Friends, not one, which is honestly baffling when you go back and watch the show today. After Friends wrapped in 2004, Courteney kept going strong. She starred in Cougar Town for 6 seasons. She built her own production company, Coquette Productions, and she's been playing Gale Weathers in the Scream franchise since 1996, all the way through Scream 6 in 2023. She just keeps showing up, and she keeps being great. Today, at 61 years old, Courteney Cox is worth an estimated $150 million. She's still acting, still producing, and still very much one of the most beloved women in Hollywood. Monica would be proud. Number 3. Lisa Kudrow, Phoebe Buffay. Here's something that will genuinely surprise you. Lisa Kudrow almost never played Phoebe at all. Before Friends, she had a small recurring role on Mad About You as a quirky waitress named Ursula. When she got cast on Friends, the writers simply made Ursula's Phoebe's twin sister, and just like that, a legend was born. Lisa was 30 years old when she first picked up that guitar and sang "Smelly Cat" to a live studio audience, and the place went crazy. Phoebe was unlike anyone on television. She was sweet, eccentric, believed in past lives and spirits, and somehow always said exactly the wrong thing at exactly the right moment. Lisa did not just play that character, she lived it, and she won an Emmy Award in 1998 for it, rightly earned. But here is where the story gets really interesting. Before acting, she had a biology degree from Vassar College and was working with her father on medical research. A scientist turned sitcom icon. You really can't make that up. After Friends ended in 2004, Lisa didn't chase blockbuster films. She went her own way. She created and starred in The Comeback on HBO, a razor-sharp satire of Hollywood that was way ahead of its time. She also appeared in Romy and Michelle's high school reunion, Easy A, and Booksmart. Most recently, she's been active on Netflix and Apple TV Plus with new projects. Today, at 62 years old, Lisa Kudrow has an estimated net worth of $130 million, and she still earns around $20 million every single year just from Friends royalties. Not bad for a woman who almost became a headache specialist. Number 4. Matt LeBlanc, Joey Tribbiani. Before we talk about where Matt LeBlanc is now, we need to talk about where he was before Friends, because the night before his big audition, he literally had $11 to his name. 11. That was it. No backup plan, no savings, just $11 and one shot. He walked into that audition and he walked out with a role that changed everything. Matt was 24 years old when he first said, "How you doin'?" to the world, and the world immediately loved him for it. Joey Tribbiani was the lovable, food-obsessed, slightly clueless actor who never stopped believing in himself. And Matt played that character with such genuine warmth that viewers around the globe just couldn't help rooting for him. He earned 3 Emmy nominations for the role, and in the final seasons of Friends, he was earning $1 million per episode. Now, here's where the story takes a turn. After Friends ended in 2004, NBC gave Matt his own spin-off called Joey. It seemed like a guaranteed hit. It was not. The show lasted 2 seasons and then got canceled. Matt took that loss hard. He disappeared from Hollywood for 5 years. 5 years. No interviews, no projects, just silence. But then he came back, and he came back strong. He starred in episodes on Showtime from 2011 to 2017, playing a brilliantly funny version of himself. That role won him a Golden Globe Award. Then he hosted Top Gear for 3 seasons, then starred in Man with a Plan on CBS for 4 seasons. Today, at 58 years old, Matt LeBlanc is worth an estimated $85 million. He collects classic cars, lives on a ranch in California, and by his own words, simply enjoys doing absolutely nothing. And honestly, after $11 and a prayer, he has earned every single quiet moment. Number 5. Matthew Perry, Chandler Bing. This section is going to be emotional, so take a breath. Matthew Perry was 24 years old when he walked onto the Friends set in 1994. He was actually the youngest of the 6. And here's something that almost changed television history forever. Right before Friends, Matthew was committed to another pilot called LAX 2194. That project fell through at the last minute, and only then was he available to audition for a little show called Friends. One collapsed pilot, and Chandler Bing was born. Could that casting have been any more perfect? Probably not. Chandler was the guy who used humor as a shield, sarcastic on the outside, deeply insecure on the inside, and underneath all of that, an incredibly loyal, loving friend. Matthew played all those layers with a precision that very few actors on television have ever matched. His timing was flawless, his delivery was iconic, and his catchphrases became part of everyday language around the world. He earned an Emmy nomination in 2002 for the role, and at the show's peak, he was earning $1 million per episode. Now, here is where the story gets emotional. Behind the laughter, Matthew was fighting a battle most people never knew about. For most of his adult life, he struggled with addiction to alcohol and prescription drugs. He revealed in his 2022 memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, that he spent approximately $9 million trying to get sober. $9 million. He even opened a sober living facility in his Malibu home in 2013 because he genuinely wanted to help other people through the same darkness. That's the part of Matthew Perry that deserves to be remembered just as much as the laughter.
On October 28, 2023, Matthew Perry was found unresponsive at his Los Angeles home. He was 54 years old. The cause of death was ruled as the acute effects of ketamine. His passing sent shockwaves through Hollywood. His 5 co-stars released a joint statement that said simply, "We are all so utterly devastated. We are family." In August 2024, 5 people were charged in connection with his death, including 2 doctors and his personal assistant. At the time of his passing, Matthew Perry had an estimated net worth of $120 million. He left behind a foundation in his name to help people struggling with addiction, and he left behind Chandler Bing, a character the world will never stop quoting, never stop loving, and never forget. Rest in peace, Matthew.
Number 6. David Schwimmer, Ross Geller. Here is a fact that most people do not know. David Schwimmer was actually the first cast member confirmed for Friends. The writers had literally written Ross Geller with him in mind, and when they offered him the role, he initially turned it down. He turned down Friends. Thankfully, someone talked some sense into him, because at 27 years old, David Schwimmer stepped into the role of Ross Geller and became one of the most unforgettable characters in sitcom history. Ross was the hopeless romantic paleontologist who could not seem to get out of his own way. 3 divorces, a constant obsession with Rachel, the pivot scene, the unagi speech, the holiday armadillo. Every single one of those moments became television gold. And it was David's impeccable comedic timing that made every bit of it land perfectly. He received an Emmy nomination in 1995 for Outstanding Supporting Actor. He won a Screen Actors Guild Award. And by the final seasons, he was earning $1 million per episode alongside his 5 castmates. Now here is what makes David's post-Friends story fascinating. While some of his co-stars chased blockbusters, David went quiet and deliberate. He voiced Melman the giraffe in all 4 Madagascar films, which collectively grossed over $2.2 billion worldwide. He went back to his theater roots. He directed. In 2016, he delivered one of the most talked-about performances of the decade, playing Robert Kardashian in The People vs. O.J. Simpson. That role earned him his 2nd Emmy nomination. Critics and fans were reminded that David Schwimmer was never just Ross Geller. He was always a serious, gifted actor who happened to play Ross Geller brilliantly. In 2025, he starred in the 2nd season of Goosebumps on Disney+, earning yet another award nomination. Today, at 59 years old, David Schwimmer has an estimated net worth of $120 million. He continues to act, direct, and stay deeply connected to the theater he has always loved. The guy who almost said no to Friends turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened to it. And there you have it. 6 people, 10 years, one show that somehow managed to make the entire world feel a little less alone. The cast of Friends gave us something genuinely rare, a television experience so warm, so funny, and so human that it has outlasted every trend, every era, and every attempt to explain exactly why it still works. Some of them have had extraordinary careers. Some have reinvented themselves completely. One of them is gone far too soon. And all of them, in their own way, have carried the weight of those 10 years with honesty and grace. If this video moved you, surprised you, or simply brought back a memory that made you smile, hit the like button and subscribe to Then and Still. We have so many more of these stories waiting for you. Because some faces you never forget. Some stories deserve to be told properly. And some things are then and still.